Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, who is the most beneficial and merciful. Good morning, students. Students, today we will do our second lecture of English literature. That is on the page number 123 of your English book. Students, today I will teach you the poem Daffodils that you can see in this picture. That was written by William Wordsworth. First of all, I would like to tell you that this poem was written by William Wordsworth. Students, now I would like to tell you some information about William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth is said to be the poet of nature, as he usually talks about nature and its views in his poems. Students, William Wordsworth was born in April 1770 and died in 1850. He is called the worshipper of nature in the history of English literature. Students, according to William Wordsworth, nature is a teacher whose wisdom we can learn if we will, and without it human life is incomplete and dull. The main theme of this poem is overcoming feelings of sadness and the beauty of nature. So students, let's start the poem. I will recite first stanza of the poem. That is, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. So now I will explain this stanza, students. First of all, I would like to tell you that, students, in this stanza we can see that poet is comparing himself with a lonely cloud. As you can see in this first line, poet is comparing himself with a lonely cloud. And he is saying that he is wandering like a lonely cloud. And this lonely cloud floats high over the hills and vales. And then he saw golden daffodils. So this means that this line means that he saw lots and lots of golden daffodils. So students, these daffodils were there beside the lake and beneath the tree. And it seems to him that these daffodils were dancing in the breeze or air. So now I will recite the second stanza of the poem, which is, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretch in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. So now I will explain the second stanza of the poem, students. Students, in these lines, poet is comparing daffodils with twinkling stars. And these stars were there in a group. And there were so many daffodils that it seems to the poet they were never ending. And he saw 10,000 at one glance. So students, as you can see in this picture, there were never ending of daffodils. Daffodils were never ending. So students, it seems to the poet they were never ending and he saw 10,000 at one glance. And daffodils were dancing and fluttering in the breeze. They were dancing energetically. So students, now I will recite the third stanza of the poem, which is, the waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay, in such happy. In such a jocund company, I gazed and gazed. Students, gazed means stare, look, view. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Underline the word wealth. Students, William Wordsworth used this word wealth for the beauty of nature, for daffodils. He used this word for daffodils. Now I will explain this third stanza. In this stanza, students, the beauty of nature again is described. The daffodils were dancing in the air, they were fluttering in the breeze. The dance of daffodils was more than that of the waves of lake, than that of the waves of the lake. So in this beautiful scene of nature, the poet was very happy as it described in this line, the third line of the poem. A poet could not but be gay. So students, this line shows that the poet was very happy. After finding these daffodils, to see these daffodils, to see the scene of nature, to see the beauty of nature, he was very happy. The poet is thinking daffodils and nature as a wealth. He is thinking that daffodils and this scene of beauty are like that of wealth. He is thinking, he is considering beautiful daffodils like that of wealth. So students, now I will recite the fourth stanza of the poem, which is, for oft when on my couch I lie. Couch means sofa. In vacant or in pensive mood. Pensive means sad. They flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of a solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. So students, again in these lines, William Wordsworth describes us about the beauty of nature. In these lines, the poet was very happy with these daffodils. The feelings of happiness and joy was never ending for him, because even when he was alone in his house, at the bed, at the sofa, when he was alone, he was sad. Those feelings of happiness, feelings of joy, those feelings came to his mind, and he is considering the beauty of daffodils for himself. So he feels happy after thinking about daffodils. So students, these are all the explanation of poem. Now students, in this poem we can see that William Wordsworth loves nature. We can say that how beautifully he is talking about the nature and its views in this poem, Daffodils. After telling to students, we may say that William Wordsworth is worshipper of nature. He is a poet of nature. William Wordsworth is a poet of nature. So students, now I am sharing with you some words meanings and rhyming words of the poem. So let's start it. First word meaning is whale. Whale, which means whale. Second word is host. Host means many in number. Students, this word host here is described for daffodils, because in the poem daffodils were many in number. Third word is the Milky Way. Milky Way means the group of many stars which includes the sun. Next word is sprightly. Sprightly, energetic, energetic, and lively, lively. Next word is jocund, merry, joy, and cheerful. Next word is oft, oft, often, often. Next word is vacant, vacant, which means we are not thinking of anything serious. Next word is pensive. Pensive means deep and sad in thought. Next word is bliss. This means complete happiness. As in the poem, the poet was very happy to see daffodils. Next word is solitude. Solitude means alone. Next word is inward eye, which means in one's mind. So these are all words meanings for you students. There are some rhyming words of the poem. First is hills with fields, trees, breeze, line, way, bay, dance, glance, thought, brought, cloud, crowd. So students, these are all words meanings and rhyming words for you of your poem. Students, I have some notes of this poem and I will share with you some notes of this lesson, and you will have to note down in your copy and learn it, all the notes. So students, this was all detail of your notes. So take